And still ahead, all-American desserts for your Independence Day party. But first, this is Today on NBC. Back now with Today's Kitchen. Step by step, if you have a crowd coming today, why not whip up a patriotic dessert dish that they'll love and that will travel well? Here to tell us beautiful ideas, Thornton, the pastry chef extraordinaire. And you're starting with one we really love, which is s'mores.
S'mores bars,
I guess the first question is, before we get started, is how do you pick a dessert that's going to travel well, won't melt? It's so hot today.
That's what everything's about today, just delicious portable desserts. Since most of us are going to cookouts or barbecues, so you want something that'll travel well and taste delicious and look good. So we're going to start off with the s'mores, which are super simple, which is another wonderful thing on a busy holiday. We have 2 packets of graham crackers here. We throw in some sugar. We can get it out there. There we go.
We need more sugar.
Yes, exactly. A little pinch of salt.
All right.
And then get you going on this. This is so easy. If you don't have a little food processor, you can always use a zip top bag and like go to town on it and break it up.
Actually making a crust. Most of us don't just put the chocolate and the marshmallows straight on, because that's the kindergarten version of the s'mores.
That is.
Okay.
We're gonna grow it up a little bit here and add some butter and some sugar and some salt. So we're making it taste that much better.
Okay.
We're just gonna throw it in here if I can get it off. There we go. Hey, Willie, can I put you on a job?
Please.
Will you stir our chocolate? Yeah, put him to work. Exactly. I'm sure you can do that well. That's over our double boiler. And then we just need 2 sticks of melted butter.
Okay.
So pour that right in there.
Yeah.
And you're going for the consistency of wet sand. So this is a great thing to bring the kids into the kitchen to do with you. There's no, real heat at this point.
Are you
mix them together.
You put it in you've got the foil in the pan, and then would you bake that?
Yes, that's exactly right. We have our little pan here.
Look
at you. Look at you.
Okay.
You just put it right in here once it's nice and stirred up and kind of like a wet sand going on.
Okay.
Right
Are
in
these
there.
just Hershey's Kisses I'm stirring here?
No, they're actually chocolate chips. Milk chocolate chips.
Would Hershey's Kisses work?
You could
now
do
that you brought it up, it sounds like a really
why
good
not?
idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly. And then you just take this here, and you can use your hands, or you can just pat it down.
And how long do you have to bake it?
350 for about like 7 to 10 minutes. When it starts to smell like a delicious graham cracker, you know you're ready.
Okay.
So we baked some off earlier, but first I'm going to add a little bit of a grown-up taste to this.
Okay.
About a pinch of a smoky chipotle powder. But if you're doing this for kids, you don't have to do it. There's a little extra spice, a little bit of smokiness going on, so you get that kind of campfire feel without.
Now, what's the best way to melt your chocolate without burning it? Because I think a lot of people run into that problem.
That's a really good question. Most people like to melt it in the microwave, and you can do that if you only melt half of it and then add the solid chips to the other half and mix them together. Or you can do it on a double boiler, and this is kind of a foolproof way of melting your chocolate. Just some water and a heat-proof bowl right over that steaming water.
Okay.
You've got it.
I have to tell you, this is so much more sophisticated than my s'mores. Where you jam the marshmallow, light it on fire on the stove.
Exactly, but this is so much safer, especially in New York City. Yes, exactly. The fire department does not show up when you're having your s'mores craving.
Important tip.
Yes, it is. It travels beautifully, exactly. And the best thing is you can keep some for July 5th. I always store a few in my house for that. It's about 3 cups of milk chocolate.
This out for you here.
Oh, thank you.
So you're just spreading it over.
Just spreading it over.
It's
Nice
so
and
handy
easy.
in the kitchen.
I know. Who knew, right? You should get them to work in the green room.
Yeah. Just don't try to get them to do the
Making
dishes.
omelets, doing all kinds of stuff in there. A little short order cook in the morning.
So when do we add the marshmallows?
As soon as he's finished,
That's
we can
cool
add
stuff.
some. That's beautiful. You did
My
a great
estimation.
job. Yeah, and this is really fun. Just go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Put it all over there. Now, if you save some of the crumbs, you can go back over. You know what? I'm being so fancy with this and delicate. My kitchen just gets thrown. Exactly. And kind of pressed in. And then you can throw some more, sometimes reserve about a half a cup of the crumbs, throw them, sprinkle them on top. I forgot to do that, and if you forget to do it, don't worry about it. They're going to taste just as good without those crumbs on top. And then you let it set up in the refrigerator so it gets nice and hard.
So you don't bake it again, you put it in the refrigerator.
Exactly, and this is my favorite part. The reason we have the foil like this, the overhang, is so that we can pull it right out.
Yep.
Well, in theory, there we go.
Okay.
Perfect.
And slice into it. And then real quickly, tell us what else you've made here just while we have a chance to look at them.
Please.
While you're talking about
Quality control.
I'm going to focus on the...
I have my chocolate chip caramel ice cream sandwiches. They're cookies, and then we roll them, put vanilla ice cream between 2 cookies and roll them in pretzels, so you have that salty sweet going on. We have mini cherry pies we made in muffin tins and lemon square. So perfect portable desserts.
Okay. All right, should we taste these?
Please do. Go to town with if you want.
I already have.
You have one? Does somebody want to try that? Anybody want to dare to try the ice cream sandwich?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, yeah,
okay, really? Okay, great.
Of course. Wow.
What are these boys?
I'm going to try the cherry pie, I think.
Okay.
All American, right?
So how long do you think it to take make
Is
this
there
whole
pretzel
thing?
on here?
How long?
Oh, for this, it's like 15 minutes.
Okay, so you could do it today.
Today. I'm going to go home and
Thank
a
you
couple
so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Safe. Happy 4th of July.
Back after your local news.